Hi, I'm Rosie.
Yay, I'm back on YouTube.
Welcome to my channel, where I look into what's going on intuitively in the world, from the political to the personal.
You can book personal readings on my website, rosieinsights.com. Rosie and Karina News Digest. Rosie Insights started about 7 years ago as Rosie Psychic Investigator, looking at news related to the Trump administration. Over the years, I have followed the practice of doing research about what's going on in the news, making that a core feature of my content. As of November 7th, 2024, I have had Karina as my daily guest slash partner for the series after the election. We are committed to working as a pair on this series at least until this election situation is resolved. Karina lives in Arizona, loves crystals, and is a certified aromatherapist. She is working on her website for private client healing appointments. We'll share her info once it's ready. Karina started as Rosie's, meaning my client, about 5 years ago, and then we became friends and started sharing the conversations we were having privately already. This channel is about looking at current news and events through an intuitive lens and sharing intuitive information. This content is for entertainment purposes only. Trust your intuition. This channel is just one source. Do your research, trust your intuition. You are the master of your own beliefs. What we won't do: conform. We do not conform with what other channels say necessarily. This is an independent channel, as is theirs. If you have a question about what you heard on another channel, ask that channel. On to today's episode. If you like this video, subscribe and press like. Thank you for watching.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Rosie and Karina, Psych Investigators. So, guys, hello. It's Friday the 13th, and I am in a slightly different environment. And also, I just started testing this. I'm not testing it. I realized I wanted to put the topic or the question right on the screen. And I'm using Zoom. I realize they do have, you can do that. So I just figured out. So what I'm going to do is, as we talk about a topic, it's right on the screen. The question is it's on the green here below. What is going on with these drones everywhere? So that's going to be the beginning, because sometimes it's not necessary to do the whole presentation, because it's right. We don't need to do that. So
No.
and also there has been so much going on with this, like that it's just right, that is just like really like we don't need to oh, there's an article that said so we could
Right.
just go right to it. And also, Corda, I guess I guess we could talk. Let me just talk about introduce how we had been aware of the drone situation.
Mm-hmm.
Corina and I discussed it and decided not to talk about it for a while. And then now that it's kind of like took over the news, I guess we'll talk about it. And I think the reason, I guess we can say record, it's like the reason I didn't talk about it before is that because it is a little like related to a little bit of the national security issue.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't like, it's not, and as you saw, I've also changed the introduction where it says that we're here to share information. We know that some of have always been, ever since the channel started, very much like against fear mongering. So it's not something that
Mm-hmm.
you're like, oh my God, oh my God. And it's just, I'm just sharing information, and it's great when information can be helpful to people, but it's also not is I don't see them as responsibilities to quote unquote make people feel good necessarily. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to cause fear, but I also don't want to be guided by just whatever the audience wants. We have
Right,
to
right.
kind of stick to the show or the program, right? In a
Mm-hmm.
way, and feel that we have integrity doing this. So that's what so now it's come to the point where we're going to talk about it. So let's get started. Okay. So
Okay.
Corinne and I have discussed this. We do a little correct preliminary look into things and then clarify it. So again, I'm going to be changing once the question changes, I would update at the bottom of the screen here. Okay, so let's do the production. Okay, I'd like
Mm-hmm.
for
Yes.
production, beautiful ray of light coming on top of my head. As I breathe in, I fill my lungs. As I breathe out, I create a circle. I create a circle. I step into it. I step into it. I feel protected. I feel connected. I'd like to ask that information come only from the highest sources, that I create the good and only the good. And so it is. Okay. So let's get started. So what is
Mm-hmm.
going on with these drones everywhere? What's going on with all these drones everywhere? Okay, so, all right, so, okay. So I think I can, all right. So,
Yeah.
so I'll just start by doing kind of a summary.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and also guys, this is not you can look this up yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But it's this drone situation has been going on for a while, at least a couple of years. I remember that there was something really, I think it was Atlanta airport was closed for a bit. These drone people have been flying drones as as a disruptive sabotage mechanism. That's what this is it designed for, sabotage, essentially. And
Mm-hmm.
okay, so yes, it's been
Mm-hmm.
going on for a while. And this, and not to scare you, but it's something that let's say has been doing a lot all over the world, Ukraine, all kinds of countries,
Mm-hmm.
and because it can disrupt airports, it can do all kinds of things, and it's very sabotage like, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
so the thing is that it is related to that. I think they train people, and I'm not saying it's necessarily Russians. I think there's a lot of Americans, and there may be some elements of like, again, people are trained to like, oh, hey, do you want to fly a drone and I'll pay you X, Y. I think it's something like
Mm-hmm.
okay, that could be happening. I also think the government is involved in kind of like monitoring these drones so they could have their own. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a mix and match situation. Now, the other thing that is happening is that there's an environment of confusion. There's an environment of information warfare where and also I know I was going to put this as a disclaimer. This whole conversation of UFOs, I know some people believe it. I've always found that the right is very involved in this, and it seems from my perception, it comes up a lot when there's something
Mm-hmm.
that's coming up and they want to disrupt. Oh, did you see there's a new? So it's like they want
Mm-hmm.
to create confusion, distraction. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm not interested in the whole like, oh, it's here for no, but we
Yeah.
have to pay attention because we are in an environment, I believe, or information warfare. So this
Mm-hmm.
is part of what's going on here too. Okay, so now having said that, do I, so just to give a summary, do I think it's gonna get, should people get scared? No, not necessarily no. Is this something that is I guess we're gonna ask the question. We're gonna
That's
go into
okay.
the
Keep
details.
talking. Mm-hmm.
I just say it all at the beginning. Okay, so
Yes.
is this something that's going to escalate? I think we're at the top or very near the top of the escalation. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that the government is going to have to announce to, to the
Mm-hmm.
population what's going on. And I do think it is somehow related to the election stuff. Yes, because they're seeking a sort of like a culmination. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're like this whole, and I think Karina has talked, say she has used the term something like a veil. There's a veil on top of people, or there's something being cover up is like sounds too much like a conspiracy theory, but it's more like there's something going on. For example, the election is something, this drone situation, something else, and it's like we're not being necessarily told what's really going on. Those of us here, I think we know, we get it. But
Mm-hmm.
this is going to be a moment with the drone situation and the election stuff. I think is going to come out at the same time or close
Mm-hmm.
together because
Mm-hmm.
we are sort of we have been under information warfare for a long time, and
Mm-hmm.
there's this confusion to try to scare the population, to try to make us think of something else other than
Mm-hmm.
the actual, right? What's going
Right.
So so that's the bottom line here, okay? I don't think it should be like, oh my God. I know people, some people that watch like, oh my God, every little thing, oh my God, oh my God. No, this
Mm-hmm.
is if you want instead praise and energy, whatever. It's not the point to freak out about stuff, okay? I think I'm actually very excited about finally somebody doing
Mm-hmm.
something about all of this because it's in and I was thinking, Corinne, we talked about it earlier, and I was thinking, a good comparison to this drone situation is a bit like a narcissist trying to
Mm-hmm.
figure out your personal boundaries. So they
Right.
keep provoking, they keep pushing until you do something. Okay, so in
Right.
this case, it's like this is all about seeing erasing the boundaries. And if you think of like the GOP and Trump and so forth, that's what they've been doing all along to people. Like, oh, it's okay, you can put up with some abuse, just a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more. So
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
boom. And then they do this huge thing, this coup that they're, I think, wanting to do. So I'm not, I know it may seem contradictory. I'm not worried. I'm actually
Mm-mm.
kind of happy that finally something they're going to have to say, hey, there's something going on. Okay.
Right.
And we're under attack. And this is like, and I think they're, and us and Mark Rutte also, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've been saying, we're under attack. We've been under very much under attack.
Right.
And nobody wins. And they have kind of lulled people into believing that there's nothing going on. That's the whole gaslighting that's been going on for a long time, but there is. We have been under
Right.
attack. They called in these bomb threats during the election. It's a thing. It's real. So
Yes.
I think it's the time when, right, Quinn, when like
Mm-hmm.
say what it is.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
So just so if I were to think about it, I think of it as like these like acts of trolling, sabotage, and distraction. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that and so
And fear mongering. It's part of fear. They're
mhm.
creating fear in everybody.
That's right. And controlling, like, oh my God, pay attention to this instead of like, and I think it's like they want to do something else while we think of the drones or whatever. So, okay, doesn't make sense.
Right.
It's not that it's like, of course, that is the goal into itself to create distraction, but it's kind of like to manipulate the uh to manipulate where our attention is. Okay,
Right. Because
so
there's always a reason for distraction. When
right.
somebody's trying to distract you, why are they trying to distract you? Or
Okay.
not looking at over here?
Right, right. So okay, so let's I guess get started, even though I'm already kind of covered this. The
That's okay.
situation.
I think that was very important
Mhm,
because it was something you and I both had discussed
mhm.
earlier. We
Okay, okay.
both are on the same page with this, so it was better to say all that, and now we can go in and do the individual questions if you
All
like.
right. Okay. So let's see. So I think that answers what the question of what was going on. Let with these drones over here. So the next question. Oh no, I'm not used to this. Hold on a second. Uh, okay. Karina, can you see this screen? I don't know. Are you there, Karina?
I can't see it, but
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Okay, so
I can go into the chat. Do you want me to go into the chat?
okay, let me just pause recording here. Okay, so new question. What is the goal behind these drones? So let's see, what is the goal behind these drones? Yeah, I see that it's like people are looking like, oh my God, what is that? Oh, what is that? Like they want people to be like, what the hell's going on? What the hell's going on? And it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's like mass hysteria. I get that is the goal.
Mm-hmm.
Like to think about, oh,
Yeah.
okay. So, all right. So, and change, and I see that is about also forcing Biden's hand somehow. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
distraction and pressure. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna then the next question. Let's see here if you see. Now change the question. Is this related to the elections stuff somehow? Is the drone situation? He's saying yes.
Yes.
Distraction. And I see again that the calls to the voting booths, the thing like, oh no, there's a drone. Look at the drone, look at the drone.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the drone, look at the drone, look at the drone. Okay.
Right. Right.
So, oh, and by the way, talk about so I have, I know like I'm using I like enjoy the rods. I've been using them. We use them before, Karina. Okay,
I'll get mine too.
okay, so
Okay. This way we're both doing the
Oh,
same.
and by the way, the video, now that I have this subtitle, it flipped my image. So this, the one I'm moving here, is my right hand here. This is my left hand. So it's flipped probably. Okay. Anyway, so okay, so let's see.
Yeah, and you can see him a little lower. You're fine.
All right. So am I talking to Karina right now? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Am I in France right now?
No,
Okay, so all right. Okay.
not at all.
Okay, so am I recording on Zoom? Yes. Okay, so let's ask the question. Okay. Is this related? Is this drone stuff related to the elections? Yes, very much saying yes. And I
Yes.
see it's
Yeah.
like change and oh, makes now I get it, Karina. You know what I'm getting? It makes a lot of sense. So the stuff that was shows me the stuff that was happening behind the scenes, they changed the numbers. So make people look while we deal with the stuff behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's saying if we that's why it's so important to focus uh on the like that's
The
why it's
big
important.
picture.
The big that's right because they're controlling they are like oh my God, right, doing all of this. Oh,
Right.
the media. Okay, so actually let me pause something.
Yeah, they're controlling
Okay,
the narrative.
let me pause something, guys, to introduce and just discuss briefly a subject that's come up in the okay. Okay, pause topic, topic, topic. Okay. Let's see. Uh, Time magazine. So, okay, this is related. Okay, it's interesting if you think about it,
Yes.
because this is so essentially like I'm gonna put here, change the topic to this. Okay, so because
Okay.
the question that I had about the drones was is this related to the election stuff somehow? The answer is yes.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing, because you know what it is, guys. I don't know how many times I have to say the thing about the media. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
the media is that it's like without the media, Elon and Trump wouldn't have gotten away with this because what did they do? Immediately, within an hour of the post, oh, we have the results. They announced it. They asked no questions. So when people
Exactly.
are like, oh my God, I can't believe what, come on, where do you think you're living? Like, I think people live in this fantasy world where like America is the land of the free, whatever it is that you're thinking. It's not what it used to be or what you think it is. Wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Like wake up. We're in a situation where the media is like it's like hungry.
Yep.
Okay, they're not here to tell you the truth. They are the
Not
ones,
at all.
they were the first. Think about it. Just, I'm going to repeat this so you stop and think about it. They were the first ones to announce the results within an hour. Like, oh, really? We're supposed to believe all of it, right? So think about it. Do you think these people are like, oh, let me tell them the truth? It's just a corrupt situation. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I don't think it's worth discussing. It's not the fact, it's like if you still haven't gotten it, that like,
Yeah.
yes, there's something
Yeah.
very in the media is a huge part of it because the media controls people's attention to a degree, right? So,
Right.
right? So disinformation, gaslighting, all of it. So, okay, so that's it. Now, so let's go back to the other topic that I was just now. It was just a pause intermission. So actually, let me just, you know what? Because let me just ask now this question with eyes closed as a vision. So the Trump magazine Trump cover is it related to this election stuff somehow? They say yes, and I see that
Yes.
they like a megaphone saying Trump is so great, like they're just screaming
Mm-hmm.
at us. That's
Mm-hmm.
what it is. Okay.
Yep. They want us to believe that he's the best. He's the man. He's the one that should be in there. No.
Mhm. No,
No.
okay. All right. So that's it. Now let's go back, change again. Go back to the topic I was on, which is drones. All right. And then next, so then after the question is related to the election stuff somehow, which we got the answer yes. We have, is this related to national security? The answer is yes,
It
but we're
is,
going to get more.
yes.
Okay, so is
Yes.
drone situation somehow related to national, is it a national security matter? Let's just say it this way.
Yes. Yep.
Yes. So tell me now, let's see here with the eyes closed. So tell me, how is this related to national security? How is this related? Again, there's a foreign actor.
Mhm.
And so also let me pause here and discuss something you may not be familiar with. Russia engages in something called plausible deniability, which is usually they use local actors like the we have seen. They have used people with Spanish passports in Lithuania and such. And I remember even one time they used a professor who was from Mexico. And I forgot who worked in Singapore to go to DC and try to follow a car with car plates to get it. So they use foreigners because so it's less suspicious, right?
Right.
People who Americans who may not even be aware, right?
Hmm.
So yes, it's related to national security.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So oh, and the next question that I wrote here. Okay, so all right, paste. Okay. So is this something Russians are somehow involved with? It's a yes.
Yes.
And they have these drone campaigns again, and it's say this tests what they can get away with. They're
Hmm.
testing how people react, what's going on. Oh, and also it tells me something else. Yeah, I think it was yesterday that I was somehow browsing or looking through things, and I saw that some Republican was like, "Oh, it's Iran or whatever."
Yeah.
And so the thing is, they will probably say, "Oh, it's China or Iran, whatever it is," to
Hmm.
distract from the likelier culprit. Okay. I mean, I don't think at this stage with what's going on in the Middle East and Hezbollah being destroyed, I don't think Iran's going to waste their time like sending. Okay, I'm sorry, I just don't think so. They're not going to.
No.
No, even though they are allies of Russia, I don't think they're going to be like
No.
no. Okay, all right.
Mm-mm.
So is
No.
it definitely yes? Okay,
Yes. It's Russia.
all right.
Yes.
So is this something the U.S. security agencies are capable of handling? Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, and
They're
yeah.
already on it. Yes.
Okay. And then, okay, so then let's see actually how this reads. Okay, is this going to escalate? If so, how? Okay, so this is something I think maybe I already answered this question, but it's basically is this gonna I know people are like it's gonna get just to get like a civil war or something. Okay, but that's just let's see. Is this going to escalate? So I still see that we're almost on at the top of it and going down.
Hmm.
Or it could go a little bit up, but not much more, and then things move. Okay. And then
Right.
we get rid of him. Okay. So then the question that so is how is this going to how will this be resolved? Okay, so how is this going to be resolved? Then I see Biden
Yeah.
giving a signal to the Pentagon. Okay.
Yes.
And then they do whatever it is they have to do to stop this. And they announce it again. The country has been under attack. It started with the election.
Hmm.
Yes, right. So that's
Yes.
what I think it is. So again, going back to this idea that this is good in this sense that finally somebody has to say something. That we've
Yeah.
been right ever since the election, it's like this veil. People are living in this like alternate reality. Like, oh yeah, within an hour we knew the guy had won, even though nobody was showing up at the rallies, right? Or
Exactly.
barely anybody was at the rallies. So
Yeah. Exactly.
okay,
Yeah.
so this is that. So I think and I believe I see it being something swift, or if it lasts like the most 2 days, something like that.
Right.
Okay, within the US soil as far as the drones are concerned. Okay,
Right.
so
Right.
is that right?
Yeah.
Right?
No, we're both on the same page on that. We talked
Okay,
about it. We agree with everything.
okay,
I agree with everything you just said,
okay. So
and it'll be handled once Biden does his thing.
mm-hmm. Okay, so then let's go to topic
Yeah.
two.
I agree with you too about the days.
Okay, so now we're going to change here the topic. Let's see. Okay, that's too long. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Speech. Okay. Uh, NATO speech. What do you think, Corinne? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Let's just see him. Okay, Mark. Okay. So Mark Rutte's speech about wartime. So a lot of people sent me yesterday this thing about that Mark Rutte
Mhm.
had mentioned that we have to change our attitude towards Russia. And of course, this was not, it's like he said, it's not that this was the headline, but this was framed, I think, in a speech he gave about the need of NATO to, the nations would belong to NATO to spend more money buying arms and arming themselves for defense, right? Or something like that. So,
Mhm.
so, so, the question is he getting, okay, okay, why and why now? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. So why the Mark Rutte's speech about wartime? Why did he make that speech? Why did he mention that? And why now? It's saying let's get ready. And I see
Yeah,
just
he's preparing people.
yes, and I see he's like,
He's
you know what? I see that he's telling, you know what? Hi, I was prime minister for 14 years. You know what I think? We should just let's get it done now. So we don't have to worry about it later. Let's just get it done.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yep.
that's it. And I feel like he's saying it about the future, but he's essentially, I see his telegraphing, I guess is the term, right? That
Yeah.
in fact, no, it's about now. That's why he's like, let's do it now, get rid of it, and then we don't have to worry about it anymore. It's over.
Exactly. Because
It's
they're
so,
thinking 10 years, really? We're going to
mhm,
put up with,
mhm.
no, let's do it now. So he's just
Okay.
preparing the people that when it happens, it doesn't, it quickly turns to wartime, but he's getting it out in the public. Yes.
Okay. All right. Yes.
Hmm.
So then here, the next question is Mark Rutte getting ready to move regarding uh, evoking Article 5, where you guys probably know this, right? It's like if one nation is attacked, then it's an attack on all of us and we will defend. Okay, so yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. And
I
I
mean,
said, yeah, hello. He's like this.
yeah. Hmm.
And he actually did the rods. I like just the, so
Okay.
it's Mark Rutte. Okay, am I talking to Karina right now? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so is my name Sophie? No. Okay.
No.
All right. So okay, so is Mark Rutte getting ready to evoke the Article 5?
Yes. I get a yes.
Okay, so it's getting ready to, okay, sorry. Here, okay, so Caesar is he getting ready to? Yes, okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. All right. So it's a yes, right? It's a yes. Is he getting ready?
Yes.
And I see that he's not even like, I think the decision has already been made. And he's just in the process of doing this, I guess, quote unquote, diplomacy work. And it's gonna happen very, very soon. Okay. All right.
Yes.
So
I think they
now,
have the timing down.
okay, okay, so then is it likely to happen before Christmas, December 18th, 17th, 16th? Okay, so is it yes? Okay.
Yes.
Yes, because okay, I guess we can just say it. We did it
Yeah.
all and we
Yeah.
got closer to okay, more likely, okay,
Yeah.
likely December 16th. Okay,
Hmm.
so that's that. All right, okay. So, all right. So, okay, so that's that answer, right? So, hello.
Yes.
All right, so hello, hello. Okay, so anything else? So, okay. So okay, let's see here. Do we have to tell me is there anything? Should I say anything else? Anything else? So
Is there
yes.
anything we need to say?
Say calm down, things have to be revealed anyway. So,
Yes. I was just going to say that. Just stay calm.
okay.
That's all we can do. You have no
Mm-hmm.
control over those drones or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So don't go into all the fear. That's what they're doing it for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So just stand in your own power, no matter
Mm-hmm.
where that is and how that is. I know sometimes it's scary, but we can get through this easily.
Yes, and also I just want to say this also, there's a lot going on. Of course, I was not available yesterday. We didn't do the video. There's a lot going on, but it's gonna be okay. That's the good news.
Mhm.
And then I'll catch up again. I'll be catching up with the other parts of other topics, but I haven't had a chance to do that. So
Mhm.
covering this for now because it's the most urgent stuff. Okay. All
Right.
right. All right. So okay. So thanks for watching. Okay, and we'll pause recording now. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Good night,
Okay.
everyone. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.